guys, so this is going to be the second thing to my back to school series. It's going to be what's in my school bag, or what do I take to school every day, stuff like that. I don't start school till the 3rd, but I already have stuff pretty much all organized. So, let's start with my backpack. I actually got this backpack at Goodwill. Yes, I usually either reuse stuff that I already have, or I go to inexpensive places to get the things I need. So I needed a new backpack, so I just got this at Goodwill for like, I don't know, $15 maybe? I don't know. And so inside here is all of my folders and my pencil bag and everything like that. So I'm taking 6 classes, but technically I have 7 class hours. My 7th hour, not my 7th hour, but the one that I don't really count as class, is my study hall. Brain fart there for a sec. So this is going to be my world history binder. And the reason, I have already taken world history. And you'll learn this, you've already seen this in the first episode, but it's just a plain black binder. Most of these have like them written on here, and they have stuff written right here because I used it last year. I actually did use this one last year. And pretty much there's paper, and it's upside down. It's pretty much just notebook paper, stuff like that I thought I may need to take notes and things for world history. When I was in world history the first time, I really couldn't take notes because the teacher went a little fast. So maybe this time I can, and mostly I just only have a few pieces of paper in here. And even if I don't use up all this, in this class, I still will in another. So that's all that's in this binder. And then this binder, and yes, I have them by class hour. This is AP Physics. And yes, it says chemistry on the top, and then it's marked out, and then it says AP Physics. I don't know if you can really see that. You can still see where it says chemistry on it, but it's marked out. And what's in here is what he gave us last year, which is, I had the same teacher that I had for chemistry that I have for AP Physics. And he just gave us this last year so you would know, like, all the periodic tables and stuff like that. He had a bunch of these, and he gave them out to all the students. So, and then I have this little notebook that kind of matches thing. Actually, it does really well. I thought it was black because the camera makes it look black, but it's about the same color. And actually, the notebook that I had for chemistry was all filled up, so I can't use that one anymore. And then, of course, just plain notebook paper in the back in case we have like book worksheets, stuff like that. That's all that's in this binder. Now here's what I'm actually supposed to be taking for history, which is U.S. government, and the next brain fart again. Next semester. I can't think of the word semester. Next semester I'm taking econ, so that's why it says, oh, it doesn't say it, but it's supposed to say /econ. I'm going to use this for both classes. And pretty much what's in here is, again, notebook paper. Just plain notebook paper, that's paper that's not in like a notebook. Because I didn't really think I needed a notebook. If I do, then I can grab it, but I'll put one in here if I really need it, but I didn't think I did. Next one is English. I'm actually really happy now. You guys already heard why I'm really happy. I got English. Who I got for English. But again, there's just plain notebook paper. Actually, I need to put more in here. It's only a little bit. But I think if I don't put just plain notebook paper. I'll probably put like a notebook. I have plenty of notebooks. And then this one, which is probability and stats, which is actually my 7th hour. So one class I do have, as you can see, this is like my 5th binder, not my 6th. The one class I don't have a binder for is Intro into Culinary Arts and Hospitality, which is pretty much like a family type class type thing. And then here's like a lot of notebook paper, because I was thinking, math class, lots of paper. Lots and lots of paper. So I have lots of paper now. And then in my pencil case is just I'll pull it out, let me just show you. Calendar. This is a calendar now. Calculator. Which is just a scientific calculator. Which, this was the cheapest one that we could find. I don't really need it for probability and stats, but I needed it last year, so this is like a year old, but it still works. It's still good. So. And then a whole bunch of pencils. I rather have mechanical than regular, but I do have a regular one in here. And then I also have highlighters. I have 4 different color highlighters. I could just find the orange one right now. Probably. And yeah, so I don't really usually have a theme. It's just usually like grab and go what I have. So yeah, and again, all these are going to have folders in it. All these, most likely, I'll probably put a notebook in the English one, and then maybe the government one. Most likely, I'll put, but I can put those in there, like, tonight, because I'm taking my bag to school tomorrow, because it's actually really easier to put your bag in your locker and put like everything in your locker the day before school starts, or 2 days before school starts if you can, because then you can easily just grab your stuff from your locker and go to your first hour, or just keep the stuff that you need for first hour, take it to school with you, and then go straight to your first hour, so you know where your first hour is, what you're doing, stuff like that. You're not really running late. And it's more being, and of course you've heard this in the other video, but the only thing that I'm worried about if running late is to go to first, second, and third. Those are the 3 I'm worried about. But anyways, back to this video. I don't like school lunch. One, I am allergic to meat, so I cannot eat most of the things that they serve. So I bring my own. It was backwards. Bring my own. And me and one of my friends, we joke around a lot. And of course, this was last year's too. And he was pulling on my bag, and I was pulling back, and it's a little bit ripped, but it works. If it keeps stuff cool and it keeps stuff good, it's good. It's good to me. And of course, I am in guard. I will do a guard bag next video on the 3rd. I'll probably film that today too, because I'm filming 2 videos today, so I'm probably going to film the 3rd. But anyways, more or less likely, I have guard 3 days a week. So I'll need this. I fill this up halfway with water, or ice, and then fill the rest of the way up with water. So I was right the first time, but meant ice. And it actually keeps my water really cool all throughout the summer. I even did, some of my guard sisters have like written all over theirs, but I'm the only green one that doesn't have anything written, so I know which one's mine, which one's not, so I don't really want to write on it. And then, I am not a coffee drinker, but if I want something warm, I'll drink hot chocolate. So I have this to put hot chocolate in. It's just like, I like it because it looks like a peppermint. I like that. It looks like a peppermint, so I put hot chocolate in there when it's like really cold. But I also don't like to carry around bottles of water, plain bottles of water. I don't like plain water. I'm really weird about food and drinks and things like that. I don't like all pops. The only pop I like, and of course this is in Indian, this has nothing to do with the video, but I'm just saying it out loud. I don't like pop, and this is the only pop that I really will drink. I'll drink a Sprite if I'm sick. That's it. And maybe a Pepsi once every 5 years. But more likely I'll drink this if I'm drinking pop. Any other time I'll drink water that has flavoring in it. And of course I don't like, or juice, and I don't like coffee, so I have those. One things of flavoring that have caffeine in it. And I usually fill this halfway with ice too, and fill the rest with water, because I don't drink it really fast. I don't, and plus I'll have more water if I don't do that. Like if I don't, I'll have to refill it as much if I put ice in it first and then water. So normally if I'm like riding the bus, which I'll have to do this year because of course I don't have my license just yet. And yes, I'm a senior and that sounds bad. But more or less I drink a little bit of this on the bus and like have a granola bar or a oatmeal bar or something, and I drink this with it. And then there's another thing in this pocket. I forgot about this pocket. Back to the backpack. My school email, because I haven't been on it at all during the summer, so just in case I need to remember that. Kleenexes, because during the winter I am stuffed up all the time. And then of course, Q1 products. So that's about it with this backpack. But here is something that I will be putting in my backpack. So I like to chew gum, but gum seems like it loses flavor a lot, and I don't like it when it loses flavor. I feel like I'm chewing on nothing, pretty much. Or my cheek, or my jaw starts to hurt when I chew a lot for a long time. So I got Lifesavers. It gives me the freshness, I guess, from the mint, because normally I eat, which I've got to say this in my lunch thing, sometimes I take SpaghettiOs with garlic toast, and of course garlic messes up with your makes your breath smell. So I have these in case I want to take this. And also, I can take like soups or anything like that in this, so I also bring this sometimes. I forgot that I'm all over the place sometimes. Anyways, I'm only going to take this with me on the first day. Not going to really take it with me on like the day before, just because I think that'll be kind of a hassle, and plus they're already open. Already open. See, you can see, ooh, falling out. Like, I had one, my stepbrother had one, and I'm probably going to, like, these, I'm trying to know. I really like the orange ones, too, but they don't really, I don't know why it's coming from my nose, that was weird. But I don't think they would really help me. So there's 44 pieces, and me and my stepbrother took 2 yesterday. So there's 42 pieces in here at this moment in time. Not saying there will be when school starts, but there's 42 pieces in here right now. So that, if I eat one a day, it's going to at least last me a month, at least. Maybe a little less, because I don't know if I'll eat these like once a day. Probably like 2 or 3 times a day, maybe 4 times, so it's only going to last me 10 days. But anyways, I really like these. I really do. If these don't last me all that month, then it'll last me 10 days. That'll be okay. Because I can just beg my mom, or not just beg my mom, but I can ask my mom to buy me more. Buy mint. But yeah, more or less likely I'll have these in my locker. And then, so yeah, that's about it. Of course, I'm going to go get folders. Here in this next weekend, I'm going to get one more binder. And then, of course, I'm going to put, like, I'm making weird faces. I don't know why. I mean, you guys are way back, and I don't know why. I thought it wasn't the whole video. Well, it probably was, because I was doing all this. I'm rambling. I'm just doing this. Anyways, put a notebook into a couple of those. Oh, one more thing. I have never read the whole Harry Potter series. I haven't even watched the whole Harry Potter series. I've seen the first 2 movies and half the 3rd movie. So right now I am reading the first book. My stepbrother actually has most of these. I think he's only missing 1 book. I think he has all the way up to the 6th book, maybe? He has all the way up till the 3rd to the last book. So, I don't know what that will be. I'd probably go back to the library in town or the library at my school. But I am right now at this point. So I'm close to being done. I just did not want to finish this before school started in case, like, I'm on book 3 and I'm taking a test on book 2. Because we do need reading counts. Quizzes. We do reading counts quizzes at my school. And more or less likely, these are really good to read. And I need, like, I think 60 reading counts points. And I think these are, like, half of that. Maybe a little less than half that. So I can easily read 2 books each 9 weeks. I think we have 4 9 weeks. So we have 2 9 weeks in each semester. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying. My school is like an all-around school, so of course you probably heard that in the last video, but it's an all-around school, so we have 2 9 weeks in the first semester and 2 9 weeks in the second semester. So I'm reading this for my senior year. More or less, everyone in my grade has already read this or seen the movies and taken tests on it, but I have not. I don't like doing movies based on books, because I just feel like that's totally different, and I'd rather read the book first and then watch the movie, even though I did it backwards. But my brother had the first and second movie, and I watched it with him when I was like 4, and I loved it. I think it was because I thought Harry was cute, but again, 4-year-old crushing on like however old he was at this point, maybe 11. I don't know. That was my first crush, I think it was. But yeah. So another thing that I needed for school was an iPad, which the school furnished on their own. But we had to pay an insurance fee, and then we also had to pay still book fees, so my parents paid it off, but we don't get to keep it. So I only get this thing for 1 year. And yes, right now it's doing a system update because I just now put in Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm a dork. But that's about it on my thing. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe and comment down below what else you think I should do in this series. Bye, guys.